Are you struggling to make ends meet? With inflation hitting record highs and the cost of living continuing to soar, millions of American seniors and low-income families are finding it harder than ever to get by. But there's hope on the horizon. In today's video, we're diving deep into the new $897 relief payments that could provide crucial financial support to those who need it most. Before we get into all the details about who qualifies and how to claim your payment, make sure to hit that subscribe button and notification bell so you don't miss out on more important updates about financial assistance programs and money-saving tips. The federal government, in partnership with state agencies, has just announced a comprehensive relief package aimed at supporting vulnerable Americans through the challenging winter months ahead. This initiative comes as a response to the persistent economic pressures facing millions of households across the nation. But what exactly does this mean for you and your family? How can you determine if you're eligible? And most importantly, when can you expect to receive these crucial funds? Let's break down everything you need to know about these relief payments. The program, set to roll out in late December 2024 and continue through early January 2025, represents one of the most significant direct assistance efforts in recent years. Unlike previous stimulus payments, this initiative specifically targets seniors living on fixed incomes and families struggling to maintain financial stability in today's challenging economic climate. But why $897? This specific amount wasn't chosen randomly. It represents a carefully calculated figure designed to provide meaningful support while remaining within budget constraints. For seniors, this relief payment could be a game changer. With Medicare Part B premiums set to increase and prescription drug costs continuing to rise, many older Americans have been forced to make impossible choices between basic necessities. This payment aims to ease that burden, providing a financial buffer that could cover several months of increased healthcare costs or utility bills. But here's what many don't realize: the benefits extend far beyond just the monetary value. This program also includes provisions for additional support services and resources that could multiply the impact of your payment. Low-income families, particularly those with children, will find special considerations built into this program. The timing of these payments, coinciding with the post-holiday period in the heart of winter, was strategically chosen to address the seasonal spike in household expenses. Have you noticed how your utility bills seem to skyrocket during these months? Or how back-to-school expenses seem to pop up just when your budget is at its tightest? These payments are designed to help bridge those gaps and prevent families from falling into debt cycles. One of the most common questions we're receiving is about eligibility requirements. The good news is that the criteria have been designed to be more inclusive than previous assistance programs. Income thresholds have been adjusted to account for regional cost of living differences, meaning that more families in high-cost areas may qualify than ever before. But here's something crucial that many people overlook: your eligibility might actually increase if you've experienced certain life changes in the past year. Have you retired recently? Had a change in household size? These factors could affect your qualification status. The application process has been streamlined to make it as accessible as possible, but there are still some important steps you need to follow. Documentation requirements have been simplified, but accuracy remains crucial. Think of it this way: would you rather spend an extra 30 minutes gathering the right documents now, or risk weeks of delays later? The good news is that many applicants will find that they already have most of the required information readily available. Let's talk about timing, because this is where things get interesting. The rollout schedule has been carefully planned to ensure smooth distribution, but there's a strategy you should know about. While payments begin in late December 2024, not everyone will receive their funds on day one. The distribution schedule is based on several factors, including geographic location and application date. But here's a crucial tip that could put you ahead of the curve: submitting your application early doesn't just mean potentially receiving your payment sooner. It could also help you avoid processing delays that often occur during peak periods. Security is another major concern, and rightfully so. With any financial assistance program, scammers inevitably try to take advantage of vulnerable individuals. We're seeing some sophisticated schemes already emerging, targeting potential recipients with false promises and misleading information. How can you protect yourself? The key is knowing exactly what official communication looks like and understanding what information legitimate program representatives will never ask for. Remember, government agencies will never request sensitive information through unsecured channels. One aspect of this program that deserves special attention is its integration with existing assistance programs. Many recipients worry that accepting these relief payments might affect their eligibility for other benefits. This is a valid concern, but here's the good news: these payments have been specifically structured to minimize impact on other assistance programs. In fact, in some cases, receiving this payment might actually help you qualify for additional support services you weren't previously aware of. The impact of these payments extends beyond individual recipients. Economic experts project that this injection of funds into local communities could have a multiplier effect, potentially stimulating local economies and creating positive ripple effects throughout neighborhoods. When families have more financial breathing room, they're more likely to support local businesses, maintain their properties, and contribute to community stability. Have you considered how this kind of program might benefit not just individual recipients, but entire communities? Something that's not being discussed enough is the program's built-in flexibility for emergency situations. While the standard payment amount is $897, there are provisions for additional support in cases of extreme hardship. This could include households facing eviction, medical emergencies, or other crisis situations. The key is understanding how to properly document and communicate these circumstances through the appropriate channels. For those concerned about tax implications, here's some important information. These relief payments have been structured with tax efficiency in mind, but there are some nuances you should be aware of. The way you report this income could affect other aspects of your tax situation, so it's worth taking the time to understand the proper documentation and reporting requirements. Have you considered consulting with a tax professional to maximize the benefit of these payments? Looking ahead, this program could set important precedents for future assistance initiatives. The data gathered from this rollout will likely influence how similar programs are structured in the coming years. That's why providing feedback about your experience with the program isn't just helpful, it's crucial for shaping future policy decisions. Your insights could help improve assistance programs for years to come. Transportation assistance is another component that's often overlooked. Some recipients may qualify for additional support to help cover transportation costs related to accessing program services or attending required appointments. This could include public transit vouchers, mileage reimbursement, or other forms of transportation assistance. Have you explored all the transportation-related benefits you might be eligible for? The program also includes provisions for digital access and literacy support. Recognizing that many potential recipients might face challenges with online applications or electronic payment systems, resources have been allocated to provide technical assistance and support. This could include access to computers, internet services, and guidance for navigating online systems. But here's a question worth considering: how can we ensure that those most in need of assistance aren't left behind by technological requirements? Energy assistance is another crucial aspect of this program. With winter approaching, many households will face increased heating costs. The relief payments can be particularly helpful in managing these seasonal expenses, but there's more to consider. Have you explored how these payments could be combined with other energy assistance programs to maximize your support during the cold months? Financial education resources are being made available alongside the relief payments. This includes access to budgeting tools, debt management resources, and financial planning assistance. While the immediate financial support is crucial, these educational resources could help recipients make the most of their payments and improve their long-term financial stability. But how many people will take advantage of these additional resources? The impact on small businesses in recipient communities is another important consideration. When local residents have more disposable income, local businesses often see increased activity. This creates a positive cycle of economic activity that can benefit entire neighborhoods. Have you thought about how supporting local businesses with your relief payment could help strengthen your community? Healthcare access is another area where these payments could make a significant difference. Many recipients might be able to finally schedule those delayed medical appointments or fill prescriptions they've been struggling to afford. The timing of these payments could help prevent many families from having to choose between healthcare and other essential expenses during the winter months. Housing stability is a major concern that these payments aim to address. For many recipients, this payment could help prevent eviction, cover essential repairs, or maintain utility services. The program includes provisions for emergency housing assistance in certain cases, but understanding how to access these additional resources is crucial. Have you explored all the housing-related support services available in your area? Food security is another critical issue these payments could help address. Many families struggle with increased food costs, especially during the winter months when fresh produce prices tend to rise. These payments could help ensure that families don't have to choose between heating their homes and putting food on the table. But how can recipients make the most of these funds while also accessing other food assistance programs? The impact on children's education is another important consideration. Many families might be able to use these funds to ensure their children have necessary school supplies, access to educational resources, or participation in educational programs. Have you considered how these payments could be used to support your children's educational needs? Mental health support is another aspect of this program that deserves attention. The stress of financial hardship can take a significant toll on mental health, and these payments might provide some much-needed relief. Additional resources for mental health support are available through related programs, but many people might not be aware of how to access these services. Community support networks play a crucial role in maximizing the impact of these payments. Local organizations, churches, and community centers might offer additional resources or assistance in accessing program benefits. Have you explored the support services available in your local community? Building connections with these support networks could provide benefits long after the relief payments are spent. The program's impact on senior healthcare deserves special attention. Many seniors struggle with medication costs, medical equipment expenses, and healthcare-related transportation needs. These payments could help bridge gaps in Medicare coverage or provide funds for essential medical supplies. But how many seniors know about all the healthcare-related benefits they might be eligible for? Financial planning support is available to help recipients make the most of these payments. Professional financial advisors and counselors are working with the program to provide guidance on budgeting, debt management, and long-term financial planning. Have you considered seeking professional advice to help maximize the impact of your relief payment? The program's effect on local housing markets is another interesting aspect to consider. When more residents have funds available for housing-related expenses, it can help stabilize neighborhood property values and prevent deterioration of housing stock. This could have long-term benefits for entire communities, but how can we ensure these benefits are distributed equitably? Employment support services are another component of this program that often goes unnoticed. Some recipients might be eligible for job training programs, career counseling, or employment assistance services. These resources could help turn a one-time payment into long-term financial stability. Have you explored the employment-related resources available through this program? Disaster preparedness is another area where these payments could make a difference. Having funds available for emergency supplies or necessary home repairs could help families better prepare for potential natural disasters or other emergencies. But how many recipients are thinking about using these funds to improve their household's emergency preparedness? The program's impact on local education systems is worth considering. When families have more financial stability, students often perform better in school and have access to more educational opportunities. Have you thought about how these payments might indirectly benefit your local schools and educational programs? Long-term care planning is another important consideration, especially for senior recipients. These payments might help cover costs related to long-term care insurance, home modifications for aging in place, or other preparatory expenses. But how many seniors are aware of all the long-term care planning resources available to them? The program's effect on community health initiatives is another interesting aspect. When residents have more financial resources available, they're often more likely to participate in preventive healthcare programs and community health initiatives. This could lead to improved public health outcomes across entire neighborhoods. As we wrap up this comprehensive overview of the $897 Relief Payment Program, remember that knowledge is power. Understanding all aspects of this program, from eligibility requirements to additional resources, is crucial for maximizing its benefits. Have you taken the time to fully explore all the opportunities this program might offer you and your family? Don't forget to like this video and hit that subscribe button for more updates on financial assistance programs and money-saving tips. Drop your questions in the comments below. We're here to help you navigate this important program and make the most of these relief payments. Remember, staying informed and taking action early are your best strategies for securing the support you need. Share this video with friends and family who might benefit from this information. Together, we can ensure that everyone who qualifies for these payments gets the help they deserve.